Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock on a Sunday, which means it's time for a review show special. This is where I take a deep dive into a particular subject, a particular creator, a particular trick, and I tell you exactly what I think. And today, I am going to be I'm going to be doing another Penguin Magic review show special. It's been a year since I've done a Penguin Magic review show special, and Penguin are bringing out so many tricks at the moment, I can barely cope in terms of actually being able to review them all. There's some that just fall through the cracks. So I'm looking at 3 brand new Penguin tricks now. A couple of them that bought out just before Christmas, one that bought out just after Christmas. 3 brand new Penguin tricks. That's what I'm going to be doing on this week's review show special. Now, obviously, all of these are available through Penguin and any companies that Penguin wholesale to, like Alakazam and Monster Magic, for example. Magic Box up in Newcastle. There's a lot of different companies that actually stock Penguin items. So if you're outside of the US and you don't want to wait for Penguin to deliver it, you can get it from your favorite Magic dealer that carries Penguin items. Having said all of that, I do work with Penguin. I am friends with the guys at Penguin, but this is my honest, unbiased opinion. I've given Penguin Magic Tricks bad reviews in the past and good reviews. I do think that a lot of their stuff that they bring out is very good quality, but we will have a look at what I think, and we're going to start off by looking at a trick that came out just towards the tail end of 2023, and that's the Nemesis Deck by Nick Lacapo. Let's have a look at that first. So I was aware of this deck for a long time before it came out, because when I went and I go up to Penguin and film stuff quite regularly, and when I was at Penguin in Columbus recently, or not recently, probably about 6 months ago now, maybe longer, I was out filming live performances and Nick was there on site. And I was all mic'd up and we were waiting for people to arrive. And Nick said to me, while we're waiting, would you like to see a trick? And I was like, yeah, I'd love to. And I didn't realise that he'd actually set it up so that he was filming me. I wasn't even aware of this. And he showed me the Nemesis Deck and fooled the pants off me. I thought I knew what was happening. And then I realised very, very quickly I didn't realise what was happening. And then Penguin released it as part of their Black Friday deal, I think it was, or maybe just after. And I was lecturing at the Midwest Magic Convention in Ireland, and Nick was there as well. And I got to see Nick's lecture, which is an amazing lecture, by the way. And yeah, he did it again. He performed and explained the Nemesis Deck actually as part of his lecture, and it was one of the highlights of the convention for me. So I've seen this quite a few times, and it's good. It's really good. There's lots of different routines. It's quite a long tutorial because Nick goes into so many different options and so many different ways of actually performing the effect. You can tell that Nick has done this a million times because you see him explaining it and you see him going through different things, and you can see he's just worked it a million times. Now, if you don't know what the Nemesis Deck is, I'm going to perform kind of what you would consider to be the main routine with it. I'm going to perform that now, and then once I perform the main routine, we'll talk about what it's like. So, Jack, are you ready?
Yep.
Let's do this. So I've got a deck of cards, I've got a Sharpie marker, I've got 2 business cards. Nice. First of all, the cards. Now, I don't want you to think this is some sort of TV magic deck, so it's important that you look through the cards, make sure they're all there, make sure they're in no particular order, make sure it is what it appears to be, just a regular deck of 52 playing cards.
Seems it.
Good. And then what I want you to do is give them a shuffle so they're in a completely random order. Now, what's interesting about what we're going to do here, Jack, is you're actually going to be doing the magic yourself. A lot of the time when the magician performs, it's the magician that does the magic, but you're going to be doing the magic. Now, I know that you've never done anything like this before, so I'm going to be guiding you through the process. You shuffle the cards into this particular order. I'm not going to change the order, but I want you to cut the deck into 2 approximately equal piles. Yeah? Which pile would you like me to have?
You're that one.
Okay. So let me show you what I want you to do in a minute. In a second, you're going to take the cards.
Yep.
And you're going to have a look through them. Go back and forth. And you're going to pick one card out. And when you've got one that you like, I want you to take it and put it on the table in front of you. Okay. But don't just go, move that one. Don't arbitrarily pick a card. Really kind of think about it. Okay, really think about a card that maybe resonates with you. Can you do that? Take the cards and go through. Find a card that really speaks to you, Jack. It speaks your language. And when you've done that, let me know.
have one.
Don't let anyone see, not me, not them, not anybody, just put it down on the table. Now, I'm a magician. It means that my job description is basically to lie, cheat, and steal. So, to keep me honest, I'm going to write the name of the card that I picked on a business card. So later on, you can't accuse me of changing my mind or, picking one card and then saying my card was another. I'm writing the name of the card that I've just picked. And I want you to do the same thing because I know you're a bit of a dodgy guy and there's a chance that you might lie. So you write the name of your card down as well.
What do you mean I'm a dodgy guy?
Yeah, a little bit, you know.
Well done.
Just a smidgen. Just a smidge. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Now, we have a situation where you have a card and I have a card. That was a free choice. That was a free choice. Nobody knows the cards but us. This is your pile, the pile that you shuffled. We're going to pop your card. We're going to put my card right there into that pile.
Right.
You put your card into my pile. Brilliant stuff. Great stuff. You happy?
Yep.
Shuffle your cards. Give them a really good shuffle. And I will shuffle my cards. Make sure they're all mixed up. Give them a shuffle. Make sure they're all in no particular order. And then don't forget to give them a cut afterwards. Make sure they're all mixed up. Perfect. So now, one last thing. Split your cards into 2 even piles. And I'll bury these. Which pile do you want me to put them on?
That one.
Put the others on top and square everything up. In that way, is there any way at all I could know what your card is or where it is?
I don't see how.
Is there any way you could know where your card is? No.
No clue.
Or where my card is?
I don't know what your card was.
Exactly. So let's see if I can do this. This is tricky, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try and cut to one card. Now, this doesn't always work. I'm hoping. I cut to one card right there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What was the card that you picked? Turn it over, let's have a look. The Jack of Spades.
Yep.
And you shuffled your card into the pack. You then mixed everything up and put everything together. And with one cut, I cut to one card. The Jack of Spades. But you're going to do it as well.
Oh no.
When I snap my fingers, you're going to reach off and cut, up to you where, but around about half, maybe less, maybe more, over to here. But not until I snap my fingers. But when you do, I want you to really seriously believe that you can do magic. Because if you believe that you can cut to my card, then you will. Just cut. When I snap my fingers, go. Right there. How do you think you did?
I don't know.
Well, I'll show you that my card was the Queen of Diamonds.
It can't be.
You cut yourself. That wasn't me, that was you. Turn over the card.
It's a queen.
The Queen of Diamonds.
That's mental.
So the key thing with the Nemesis deck is that it's very, very practical. That routine that you just saw, if you think about it, you have the deck examined, and then you go through this whole process. And what I really love is, and this is the bit that completely got me the first time Nick showed it me, you have them write down the name of their card, and you write down the name of your card. Because a lot of the time you can do effects like this with various gaff decks, but you have to miscall the card that you picked, and normally it's a mark system. Not the case here. You're literally writing down the name of the card that you picked. They're writing down the name of the card they picked. And I've always loved routines when you empower the spectator to do the magic. One of my favorite routines of all time is my routine Empowerment with the flipper coin, where the spectator's making the coins jump from one place to another. Well, what we have here is a very similar type of thing. The spectator is being empowered to do this trick. And the thing is, they're going to have no clue how they did it. It's happening to them, but they don't know how it's happening to them. It's just happening. That's why this is so good. The deck of cards that you get, so you get everything you need to perform the effect. And you can do this. In fact, Nick actually suggests on the tutorial that the best thing to do with this is to do it not as an opening routine, but use the deck to do 2 or 3 other routines and then go into this somewhere in the middle of your set or as a closer or wherever you want to. So you can do this any time that you want to. The deck of cards that you start with, it's not a regular deck, but you could examine it. You could have a magician examine that deck as much as they want to, and they wouldn't find anything special about it. That's what's so genius about this. And yet, during the course of the routine, everything is constructed in order to be able to do what you just saw me do. Now, there's lots of different options on the tutorial. In fact, I have to give a shout out. The tutorial is one of the best tutorials I've ever seen on any Magic product ever. He does like do you remember the Michael Amar Easy to Master Card Magic series, and you do the kind of behind the back practice sessions? He's got like that going on as part of the tutorial. He's also got like commentary tracks, so there's moments where he's teaching a move and then you see 2 or 3 performances of him doing this in the real world, and he's pointing out, he's pausing the footage and he's like, look, this is where I'm standing, can you see I'm standing here, this is the reason I'm standing here, this is what I'm doing. And he's going through the footage and showing, after he's taught the move, how he actually does that in the real world. And he's actually saying, you know, on this audience, I shouldn't have done this, I should have done that, but it doesn't matter because of the misdirection. Just brilliant. Nick's always been a good lecturer, and he's always been a good teacher, but as far as I'm considered, he's leveled up. This is probably the best tutorial I have ever seen. And he gives you so many different options in terms of doing what you need to do. Without getting into method, what you need to do is relatively easy. It's a very easy routine to do, but there is one thing that you have to do at some point. And he gives you so many different options in order to accomplish that thing, including not actually having to do the thing and having it in position from the very, very beginning. I'm trying not to give too much away, but so hopefully that's not too cryptic. Outside of that, there's loads of other handlings that you can do as well. He goes through everything with a fine-tooth comb. What I loved is how many live performances there were on the project. There's a metric ton of live performances, so you can see this done over and over again, which was wonderful to see. And the other thing that I'll say is at the end of the routine, he gives you 2 options, 3 options actually. The first option is just put the deck away. No one's going to want to examine it because they examined it at the beginning. You've been using it all the way through, so they know it's a regular deck. It's not like you're doing a deck switch and you're changing one deck for another deck or anything. So you could just put the deck away. That's not a problem at all. The second option is he teaches you how to end clean, because you're not clean at the end. Although the deck can be examined at the beginning, if they picked up the deck at the end and looked through it, they'd see what was going on, or they'd see part of what was going on. So, but Nick tells you how to end clean, because at the end of the routine, nothing wants to be examined. Like I said, they've been examining that deck all the way through. And so Nick goes through various different ways of actually ending clean and left with a regular deck if you want to go into other routines with a regular deck. Or the other thing that Nick suggests is how to actually not end clean, but end by turning your Nemesis deck into one of the best gaff decks of all time. And if you do end in that way, where you're left with one of the best gaff decks in all time, it's great, because it means that you can do any routines that use that gaff deck without actually needing to switch anything in or anything out. So the way that I plan on using this is to start with a regular deck, go into Nemesis deck, and finish off with another routine which uses the qualities that inherently built into the Nemesis deck without giving too much away. So yeah, I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. It's a real worker. You don't need a table. It's an instant reset. It's examinable beforehand. It can be examinable afterwards. There's no angle issues. It's very, very easy to do. It's very direct, and it's got a great hook that will really grab your audience's attention. Hey, I'm going to teach you how to do a trick right now. How exciting is that? It's why I love it. I'm going to give this 100%. I think, well, if you go back and look at my 2023 Magic TV Trick of the Year selection, this was on there, and it was on there for good reason. I think this trick is bloody amazing. It's a fooler, but as well as being a fooler, it's incredibly easy to do. I can't see anybody buying this and putting it in their bottom drawer. I think that people will buy it, watch the tutorial, and they'll be like really excited to actually start doing this, which is why it's getting 100%. So the first review on this Penguin Magic Review Show special is the Nemesis Deck by Nicola Capo, and that gets 100%. So the next trick we're going to be looking at is Inverted or Inverto by Liam Lebanon. And this is something that, again, I saw slightly before the release of the product, and I immediately fell in love with it. I think that for working pros, this is one of the best tricks that I have seen in a long time. I think this has a chance to be in the running for 2024 Trick of the Year, and I'm really not kidding. If you look back at my list of Trick of the Year for 2023, I gave it to MacBook Pro or MacBook Mini. And the reason is MacBook Mini is just a real world working routine. You just look at it and you know what, that's going to work in the real world. I know it is. Well, this is the sort of thing that magicians in gigs will want to do over and over again. And I'm telling you right now, for social media purposes, this is one of the best tricks I've ever seen to get social media content. So what is it? Well, basically, it's a very simple premise. You have somebody pick a card, you write their name on the face of the card, they sign the back of the card, you bring out your camera, and you show that you can invert the image on the screen. But then you actually make that inverted image permanent in the real world. Such a genius concept. Let's have a look at that performance first of all. So we're going to look at the performance. I did this to Jack, and then I'll talk more specifically about exactly what's going on. Okay, Jack, I'm going to show you something with a deck of cards.
Nice.
And it also uses a pen, and it uses a phone.
Ooh.
And I'm going to try and use technology to create a souvenir that you're going to keep forever.
Right.
I'm going to distort reality for you right now, Jack. Actually distort reality. And it starts, like all good tricks should, with a deck of cards.
All right.
All right? And you're going to pick a card, but it's not a pick a card trick. It's not like you pick a card and I try and find it. It's not like I'm going to make it come to the top of the deck. This is unlike anything you've seen before. And I know you've seen a lot of Magic. This is unlike anything you've seen before, but we do need a target card. So as I cut packets of cards on the table, just say stop.
Stop.
There? Do you want me to put this here or leave it here?
Put that there.
Right there. So that's the card you want, yes?
Yep.
Okay, cool. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm allowed to see. It's not the sort of trick where you pick a card and I find it, like I say. So the two. Are you happy with the two?
I like the two.
Cool. I'm going to write your name on here, Jack. J. A. C. K.
Hooray.
There we go. And what I want you to do is on the back, I want you to sign the card like you'd sign a check. There you go, just write your name.
Never signed a check in my
You've
life.
never signed a check in your life.
Well, I've got to put my surname as well.
Yeah, go for it. Just, have you ever signed anything?
Not a check.
That's an interesting signature. That's fine. That's cool. That's cool, man. Brilliant. So, I said this is going to be about technology, and it is.
All right.
I'm going to open up my camera. And what I want you to do, I don't know how Michael's actually going to film this. This is going to be very interesting, but we'll figure it out. What I want you to do, Michael, is in a second I'm going to have you hold on to this like this. Yeah, we're going to have you hold on to this, okay? So can you hold on to this here in this hand? Yeah. And what I want you to do is I want you to take your card and hold that there so it's there. But that's upside down, isn't it? There we go. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's get your face in there as well, and we're going to hit record. Now, this is going to freak you out. You actually see, you can see everything here. That's important.
Yeah, I can see.
So you can see your signature on the back of the card, or signature, and you can also see your name on the front, right?
Yep.
Now, a lot of phones these days have that that filter that allows you to invert an image.
Right.
Do you know what happens when you invert an image? Everything goes mirrored.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like looking at it in the background. So if you tap on the screen, if you look, you'll mirror. Come here a bit. You'll mirror the image. Do you see that?
Yeah.
It's still the same card. It's still you, but the mirrored image is mirrored.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, I said I was going to give you a souvenir that would prove that I've distorted reality? What if I told you I could keep that image inverted forever, and that you physically in the real world would be inverted?
That's creepy.
Watch. It's done. Because you see, if I tapped again, it'd go back to normal, but I'm going to actually keep you inverted forever. And the way that you can tell that I'm going to keep you inverted forever is to now have a look at the card. Turn it round. Turn the card around, Jack.
What?
Yeah. Now, you, for the rest of your life, are going to be walking around completely inverted.
Does that mean I'm right-handed now?
Yeah, let's go with that, shall we?
What the fuck? How's that a thing?
Okay, so what you just saw is the basic handling. I'm going to go through the difference between the basic and the more advanced handling in a bit. But the basic handling, that's what it is. What you just saw is what it is. And I think that premise is genius. Now, the camera that I'm using is actually an app that you get as part of the product. Penguin have created an app that basically just inverts an image and hits record, and you can hit record and it'll save it to your camera roll. Absolutely fine. You don't need that app if you don't want to. You can actually use the built-in filters on Instagram. And when Nick and Liam are going through the product, because you get instruction from Nick and then you get instruction from Liam, they go through how you can use Instagram, and you can change the filters around. And when Nick does it, he has a spectator on screen with him, and he's changing around the filters, and he goes, oh, this is moustache, this is this, this is that. The way I did it is just by using the Penguin app, which is fine. Whichever way you want to go is cool. It doesn't look like an app; it just looks like a camera, which is brilliant. The reason, so I'll talk about the differences in terms of the handling in a minute, but what I love best about this is you can get so much social media content from this. Because, you know, one of the best things to put on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube to really build up your social following is reels. You know, reels just tend to attract more people. And in order to put a reel up there, you've got to have a video that's sub 60 seconds that's filmed vertically. But what you're going to have here is you're going to have the ability to do multiple performances of this every single night and get videos of people freaking out. Because they're there, you're videoing them, and you're going to get their genuine reaction when they turn that card round. Some people are going to freak, some people are just going to look really confused, but you're going to get a reaction every single time. So you end up, at the end of the night, saving 10 or 12 of these videos to your camera roll, and you just pick the ones that you're going to put up, and you actually tell them at the time, okay, that's going on my Instagram tonight, just go check out, you know, Craig Petty, whatever it is. Just for that alone, I think it's brilliant. Now, the price is incredible. It's $20. And for $20, you get an entire, you get enough for 26 performances, basically. Because you're going to use 2 cards every single time. So you get 26 of one card, 26 of another card. Those are what you need to do the trick. And you repeat that, you again, when you finish the trick, you add them to a regular deck of cards, okay, however you want to. You could just have them in your pocket and palm them on. You can have them held out somehow. It's completely up to you. You could use this as an opener and have them in the deck to begin with. But when you finish the trick, if you want to do it again, you just grab another 2 cards and you're good to go, all right? So it's very, very practical. Now, there's 2 different ways of doing it. What you just saw there to Jack was like the basic version. I think it's really important that people understand the difference between the basic and the advanced version. I'm going to do an advanced performance in the next few days, actually out in the real world, and I'll upload that to a Magic Live. But the basic version, you need to know the person's name beforehand. That's also the cleanest way to do it. Not that the other way is dirty, it's not, but that's the easiest and cleanest way to do it. You get their name ahead of time. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be going, oh, that's I'm never going to be able to get people's names. For me, it's totally not an issue. You know, if I'm performing at a wedding, I'm going to be able to look at the table plan. If I'm doing a corporate, I'm going to be able to know the table plan. If I'm doing a wedding, I'll probably do this on the bride and groom. I'm going to know their names. I'm going to get the names of various people throughout the event. It's actually really easy for me to do this and get the person's name ahead of time. If I'm working a restaurant, I can get access to what the names of the people are that have booked tables. Absolutely not a problem, in all honesty. But to do the handling I just did on Jack, you have to know the name ahead of time. Now, I obviously already know Jack's name, so that was easy for me to do in this environment. Now, if you want to do it in the real time, you can, because as well as everything else you also get a gimmicked card that hides in plain sight, and it's got a thing on it. It's not gimmicked, it's just specially printed, and it's got a thing on it that will allow you to do what you need to do very, very easily without giving too much away. And there is a wonderful justification in order to do all of this. So if you do the advanced handling, you're going to make a prediction. So you're going to make a prediction, you're going to write it down. When you've made that prediction, you're going to have someone pick a card, and the prediction's going to match. Brilliant. Nice trick. Really cool. You've predicted the card they're going to pick. Then you go into this routine and you're all set up. But in real time, you've been able to prep the card to be able to do the routine that you just saw me do. So it's not difficult at all by any stretch of the imagination to do this routine without knowing the person's name ahead of time. But there are two ways of doing this. And again, the tutorial, you go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. There's lots of live performance of doing this in the real world, both Nick and Liam doing this to real people, and you see their reactions. I love this. I think this is brilliant. I think, unfortunately, some people will dismiss it because they'll think that you need to have some sort of prep, or maybe they won't like that you're writing their name on the card. I don't have that as a problem at all. You write the name on the card, they sign the card on the back, everything appears kosher. There's no problem at all as far as I'm concerned. This is brilliant. I love this. Even though Nemesis Deck, which I just reviewed, got 100% and was on the Trick of the Year list in 2023, this is my favourite product on this review show special. I think it's brilliant. I love it. I've got 6 refill decks on the way from Penguin because I always want to perform this. I love it. I know this is going to be a mainstay of my act. I don't get as excited as this about a lot of tricks, but this one is brilliant. It's getting 150% as far as I'm concerned, and highly recommend that anybody pick it up. So the final trick that we're going to be looking at today, is the hip pocket Mullica wallet. Which many years ago came out years and years ago by Tim Troner, and Penguin have brought it bang up to date and brought it back out again with a new tutorial, and I think the wallet's been better made than it was back in the day. It was good back in the day, but it feels like it's even better now. And obviously the Mullica wallet is based on Tom Mullica's wallet, and you know, Tom Mullica, one of the greatest comedy magicians of all time. So what is the Mullica wallet? Well, you've probably heard of it, you've probably seen it. The whole idea is it's a wallet. In fact, I've got it over here. There we go. It's a wallet that you put, and the advantage of this is a no palm card to wallet. So you put a wallet down on the table, or you hand it to someone to hold on to from the very beginning, and you can have a card picked, you can have a card signed, and then eventually what's going to happen is you open up this wallet, and inside this wallet is this wallet, and inside this wallet there's a zippered compartment, and inside the zippered compartment is the card that they picked, that they signed. It's that direct, it really is. Now, you don't need a table. You can literally hand this to a spectator to hold on to. So you walk around, you can give this to a spectator to hold on to, and then when you want to, you can take it back, give them this wallet back, open up this wallet, and then take the card out. I'm going to show you a performance right now of me doing this to Jack, so you can see exactly what it looks like. When you've looked at the performance to Jack, I'll bring it back into the studio and we'll talk about everything and kind of the pros and cons. So I've got a wallet. There's a prediction in there, and we'll get to that a little bit later on. And a deck of cards. And you can see that all the cards are there, and they're all different, most importantly.
52 cards.
Yep. Do you want to do me a favour? And do you want to just take a card out, but take a number card so you can write your name on it and it'll show up.
Okay.
You got one?
Yep.
Show the camera, don't show me, and then write your name on the card. That would be good. And then once you've wrote your name in it, one more time, just show the camera, just so they can see that your name really is on there, and therefore that card is unique. Now, ideally, in an ideal world, you know, you won't put a uncapped marker pen on my £400 close-up map, but you know, I mean, that's fine.
You've
not
set
a problem.
fire on this map before.
Yeah, but no, that was a different map. This one I treat with respect and love and kindness, and I love the map. But don't worry about it, it's okay. I love this mat. I don't love that mat in the other room that's selling shit currently.
No, me neither.
Put the card back there. Actually, you even better, shuffle the card into the pack yourself. Just give them a brief shuffle. That would be great. Because it doesn't matter if you've shuffled the cards or not. Do you know why?
Why?
Because this wallet has been here from the beginning, hasn't it?
Yeah.
What's really weird, and what you won't believe, is that inside this wallet from the very beginning has been a card.
It's not.
If that was your card, would that be good? If that had your card on the other side, would that be good?
I'd be freaked out.
What was your card?
9 of diamonds.
9 of diamonds. 9 diamonds. There you go. It's on there. Thank you. They're all on there.
Yes, they are all on
You said
there.
you'd be impressed if your card was on that card.
Yeah, but my card's unique. It's got a signature on it.
I have got another wallet. I have this wallet. Now this wallet... Well, this has got a wallet inside a wallet. It's a wallet in a wallet. Haven't you ever seen a wallet in a wallet before? It's a very common thing.
What, past the parcel?
Past the wallet. Now, inside this wallet, there's a zippered compartment. And if I unzip it, inside there is a playing card.
Hey.
And that's been inside this wallet, which was inside that wallet from the very beginning. If this was the 9 of diamonds, proving that I knew that you would pick the 9 of diamonds, would this be good?
That would be good.
Yeah. Not only did I predict the card, I also predict how you would sign your name. There it is. The 9 of diamonds.
How do you get in there?
That's the magic picture. That's called a Mullica wallet, a hip pocket Mullica wallet. It's an amazing trick. You can get it from Penguin Magic. Do me a favor, let me know what you think in the comments down below. You want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back again tomorrow at 6 o'clock with another Magic Live. I'll see you then. So that's the hip pocket Mullica wallet. What to tell you? First of all, the tutorial is amazing. This is another one of the tutorials that Nick's on, and he has literally left no stone unturned. I know that he's been using this as his regular wallet for years. I haven't actually took this into the real world yet, but I'm going to. What's nice is there's a lot of space for stuff in this wallet. So I can put some credit cards there. I can put some packet tricks in here. I can put an ID wallet in there. When you saw the performance to this, I haven't loaded it up with stuff yet, but I'm going to. I'm very excited about trying this out in the real world. I've always liked the Mullica wallet. And this is just like really compact. This is really nice. I really like it. The space for money, the space for everything. You get a 52 on 1 card as well, because that's one of the handlings. Nick talks about this being Tom Mullica's main handling. And the reason for opening the wallet is to show this this prediction here. But Nick goes through so many different ways of doing this. There's so many different ways of loading the wallet, so many different ways of doing various different moves. So you pick the one that works best for you. He's literally, it's like a masterclass in how to actually use the Mullica wallet. And you can see that he's been using it in the real world for a long time. There is an absolute metric ton of live performances of all the routines. Nick's favorite routine is not even a signed card routine. It's a named card routine, which is about as close to the Holy Grail as you can get. You literally give somebody a wallet and you have somebody name a card. They name a card, and then you open up the wallet, and inside the wallet is a wallet, and inside the wallet is the card that they named. Very, very strong, very, very good. And he's got a load of gags built into it as well, this kind of pseudo rising card as he's getting the card named. A lot of really fun stuff. And then the card rises back down. You got to see it. It's very funny. So the named card routine is great. Obviously, Nick uses this at the end of an ambitious card. He performs an ambitious card routine, and damn, his pass is good. But he performs an ambitious card routine, and then kind of uses this as a finale, which is a great way to use it. Look, ultimately, do we need another wallet as magicians? Probably not. However, if you are going to get another wallet, this is really strong. It's got space for a lot of stuff. So as long as you don't mind carrying a wallet around this big, it's got space for money, it's got space for cards, it's got space for packet tricks. If you're an everyday carry type of person, there's a lot of stuff in here, a lot of space that you can use to carry things. The inner wallet is a little wallet in its own right, which has got an ID compartment. Again, more space for stuff. What's really nice about this, by the way, is they have adapted this wallet. So if you want to, you can do like an emergency card presentation. Randy Wakeman, many, many years ago, I remember reading one of his books, an emergency card, which I've done for years, where he opened up a wallet, and inside the wallet, there was a card from a red deck that said emergency card written on the back of it. And he put it back inside the wallet, and then he had a card picked, signed. He couldn't find it, so he went back to his emergency card, and it turned out that even though that was from a different deck, that was actually the card that they signed. And you can do that with this, because this inner wallet has been designed in a very specific way that allows you to have the ability to show a card in here from the very beginning, any card. So you can show any card in there from the very beginning, close it up, and then at the end, you've got a different card in there, or whatever you want to do. The other thing is, they don't really advertise it as this, but if you use this in a wallet, you can actually do a sight unseen peek, an SUC peek, by Mark's Timing. So you can do the SUC peek by just doing this. You've got the SUC peek, and then you can put this inside here. So if you like to do mentalism, this has got an SUC peak kind of built into it. They don't advertise it as having an SUC peak built into it, but it has. If you know the SUC peak, then the method that we're using here to get the card inside the wallet allows you to do that as well. Nothing else to say. It's a good wallet. It comes in vegan leather or real leather. This is a real leather wallet. It's great. There's no angle issues to speak of. You don't need a table. It's instantly reset. The wallet's kind of examinable. They're holding the wallet the whole time, so it doesn't feel like anything's dodgy about it. This wallet can be examined with a fine-tooth comb. This one, not so much. But when you bring this out, you put this away, all the attention is on the thing that you've brought out of this wallet. So honestly, it's a non-issue. And the key thing, the thing that makes this such a good project is the instruction. Honestly, I think that at this point, there is nobody in the world that touches Nick Lacapo when it comes to magic instruction. He is the gold standard that everybody else needs to level up to be close to. Any project he is involved in is immediately heightened and immediately improved by the fact that he's on there teaching. I'm giving this 100% as well. I love this. I'm going to fill this up and I'm going to start using it. We're going to start in 2024 bringing back the review show Revisited, where me and Ryan and the Matt are going to go in the real world and try some of this stuff out. And this is one I'm excited about trying. It's 100%. I love it. You can get it from Penguin. So there you go, guys. That's another review show special in the bag. Do me a favor, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now, you want to see more videos like this, you know what you've got to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'm going to be back again soon with another video, so make sure that you check out that. If you haven't seen the Q&A from 12 o'clock today, go check out the Q&A. It's a good one this week. And thank you once again for watching. Don't forget, you can go check out the NETRIX. That's www.thenetrix.com. That's my online streaming platform for magicians. We're now up to about 500 or 600 videos or tricks and hundreds of sleights. We've got a Joel Dickinson masterclass happening tonight at 9 o'clock. So while you guys are watching this, I'm learning magic from Joel Dickinson right there on the NETRIX. Anyway, I'll see you again soon. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Craig, and as normal, this has been Magic TV.